Welcome to the Goodmen Show. GRAPS. This is
The weekly roll up.
all right. It's your boy Maul. That's AD. This is a new show that we doing. Instead of it being we talk about one thing, we're just going to talk about everything in the week. Tune into us. We're gonna do this on the weekends, but we got to do it today because this is a crazy day. We're gonna get into that later. Appreciate all the love. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, click the notification bell for anytime we post anything. Follow us on all socials at The Goodmen Show. I repeat, at The Goodmen Show. We got a whole bunch we want to talk about today. Once again, appreciate all the love. Appreciate everything that's been coming our way, man. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. This is what we love to do. So we're just going to rock out. All right. Let's get into it. First and foremost, crazy day in wrestling today. As you can see, AD is dressed. AD is indeed dressed. Can you tell us why you're dressed today?
Well, look, I don't really care about how other people feel about it. They lost a pioneer of the wrestling world. Motherfucker wasn't in my he wasn't in my era. He wasn't in the trenches with the Eddie Guerrero, the Batistas. But we're not gonna get into all of that. Hulk Hogan, your maker called you home today. And you know, I'm not gonna say too much because I said a lot when you was alive, but hey, God don't like ugly.
Yeah, so wrestling legend Hulk Hogan passed away today. On one end, obviously, we probably wouldn't be sitting here talking about wrestling if it wasn't for the guy. But, you know, he wasn't a fan of guys that looked like AD and myself. Nope. So I don't know if I can be a fan of him. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna leave that where it is.
And I got the quote if anybody think we lying.
Yeah. But we're just gonna leave that where it is. We're not gonna
we don't want to get canceled before we get started.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do all that, but that happened today. Crazy. SmackDown is probably gonna be disgusting tomorrow, but it is what it is. We move on. What's been going on in wrestling this week, AD?
Man, we had Slammiversary this past Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been called WWE Slammiversary.
Okay.
But you know, it was good to watch the TNA pay-per-view. I haven't watched a full TNA pay-per-view, and I don't know
in a long time.
Yeah, like I think the last TNA pay-per-view I watched was when I was there for Bound for Glory in like 2017 or 2016, something like that. And you know, we got SummerSlam next Saturday and Sunday?
Yep.
You know, the head honcho, Roman Reigns, made a return. My man has reached attraction level. Like he's the special attraction now. Man, yeah, we got the women main evented last Monday, even though Roman's program was the last thing, but it was the last match, so you main evented in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, NXT is, hey man, they've been consistently great lately. And what we got? I watched AEW last night. Hangman and John Moxley are going back at it. Everybody's barred ringside, so we're gonna see how that match is gonna end. No shenanigans or not.
Yeah, that should be a good head-up battle.
Yeah, man, it's been a lot in the wrestling world. You know,
right.
It's like one of them things that just don't slow down.
No, it don't. I want to get into the first thing you talked about, TNA Slammiversary. For those who don't know, TNA and WWE strike the deal where Basically, TNA and NXT will be, they've been doing a partnership. They've been doing that for what was it, like the beginning of this year?
Well, probably like towards the end of
Towards the end of last year? Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, TNA talent go on NXT, vice versa. It's been fun. It's been fresh to see TNA talent on NXT and vice versa. It's been interesting. But now we have gotten to a point, and we called this, and we knew this was going to happen. TNA is officially in the nastiest 360 deal that we've ever seen since probably 1997.
Yeah.
Both of the men's championship and women's knockout championship are on TNA wrestlers currently.
No. They're on NXT wrestlers.
So I'm sorry, NXT. My bad. See? NXT wrestlers. What I think they might be doing is trying to build it up to where it's like, oh my God, WWE is taking over. And then, NA is going to violently win their championships back. Okay, I can buy that. But as of right now, that's what's going on. So a lot of people are making fun of it. Like right now, they're saying it's the instead of the cuck chair, it's TNA chair. Right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite tweets over the last whatever. Let me see. Yeah, you got the TNA chair. No, this ain't it. There we go. You got the TNA chair here, folks. Yeah, this is
what? Hey, bro,
what?
my girl Jakara just showed up on NXT TNA TV.
Look at that. So that right there is, I'm glad you said that. That's the good part of their partnership, because you could still be WWE adjacent. I don't think she should have got let go in the first place, but now you can still be WWE adjacent. Like, okay, yeah, you're working out on NXT. Same thing with Indy Hartwell, right? And I think they're going to use TNA as a farm system. Like some people are going to go to NXT full time, then some people are going to go to TNA full time. It's more wrestling. I get that, but I want to be hopeful and say that somehow, some way, like Santana's going to beat Trick Williams, and then maybe Masha, because doesn't Masha have JC next week?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you know what that means. That's not about to be a W. So maybe Indy Hartwell gets JC at Bound for Glory or something like that. I don't know. But it is very interesting how they're doing it. And pretty much, I want to say, has any TNA wrestler really won over a WWE wrestler?
No. Not
okay. So we need to start tipping the scales a little bit here. We need to, I'm all for the synergy. I'm all for the synergy and the partnership, but we need to start tipping the scales a little bit. Like at least AAA, they didn't have Gable beat Buddy.
AAA definitely did run the gauntlet, except I think like Ethan Page won.
Ethan Page won, and then Legado Del Fantasma won. But yeah, we gotta change that up, because I believe in balance, and if we're trying to, like I said, I get WWE gives more eyes to TNA. I get that 100%. But if we're going to do something along these lines, it needs to be some balance. So that's my take on that. What else you say, AD? SummerSlam, right? But let's get into Raw first. Let's get into Raw first. So Monday Night Raw happened.
in shitty ass Houston, Texas.
You're not a Houston fan?
Fuck no.
As a Texan,
No,
you're not as a Texan, you're not a Houston fan.
no, like no. And that's why I don't like when people lump us together. Like
Mm.
Houston just high dollar ass clubs. They didn't like that crowd was ass. Like one way I'm sorry if I'm getting a little head, but that crowd was ass.
Well, I mean, what kind of US based crowd is good?
Chicago's, the New York's.
Okay.
Well, shit. When they had it in Fort Worth, it was good. When I went, like that was when the TLC match was there. So it, bro, it honestly just depends on the city. Like they hijacked that whole Gunther CM Punk promo,
Mm-hmm.
and then like Stephanie and Io was cooking, and y'all didn't get good. Y'all didn't get hyped about it until the end of the match. But hey,
Well, I also think this too. I think some crowds are like wrestling crowds and some crowds are like sports entertainment crowds, if that makes sense.
yes, it does.
So, not to say that WWE shouldn't just run their shows like how they need to be running their shows, but I think that's the main difference. In
Like
my
the LA
opinion.
crowd is cool.
Especially when
honestly,
they did the dome, like the new
yes,
Intuit Dome, like the first
yes.
Raw, they was lit.
And then Money in the Bank was cool. It. Honestly, it just depends on what you're getting and the city. Like, it just really depends. But fuck Houston.
Not to get into any specifics, but how do you feel about the SummerSlam build? Just overall.
You know, you only can do so much promotion in 2 weeks because it's like you have the High of Evolution, and then like you got to build around SummerSlam. Like you had one match that was already kind of set was John and Cody, so that's going to do what it does. That's fine. Um, bro, I just think they have too many shows going on like after each other where like the promotion kind of takes a hit. Like, and they just want to like they build off of names, if that makes sense.
Okay. So that was going to be my follow-up. Like, do you think right now we're in an oversaturation period?
Yes. Like, don't get me wrong, AEW does have long drawn out shows, but their main show was just happened July 12th or something like that, like 2 weeks ago. They don't have another show till August. So you have time to build things before you get to August. Like their show's on August 24th. Like y'all run. And then at the end of this month, after SummerSlam's on the 2nd of August, 29 days later, you're going to Clash of Paris. Give us like.
So you prefer a pay-per-view once a month?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they'll never do that because they make more money doing that way. So it is what it is. I will say, I feel like more than ever, this generation of performers right now would really benefit from like if we're still doing the two brand thing, which is still kind of flimsy. But if we're still doing a brand split thing, like I remember when once a month, you
had a SmackDown.
it was no Mercy was SmackDown, and then like Unforgiven was Raw the next month. You know what I'm saying? But it flip flops, so you had more time to build your stories and everything like that. I think for me, because I'm right there with you, this SummerSlam build is, I think, in total in a vacuum, WrestleMania 40 is probably the best and worst thing that's happened to wrestling in like the last 10 years. The last time we had something like WrestleMania 40 where like the consensus of wrestling fans just felt good and we felt optimistic about the product and like gave them rope was 30 when Daniel Bryan won. Right? He had an organic story there. So then here we are now because I think they put a lot of chips on that board, you know, with The Rock, especially because they had The Rock, you know, he was The Rock again. You know what I mean? You know, he wasn't Dwayne. I think that was the best, you know, Roman played it up real well. I think that was probably the best storyline we've had in like the longest time. And so we're getting the residuals of that. And so I think in effect, not to say because SummerSlam 24 wasn't really that good, but we just kind of gave it
because Roman came back.
Yeah, Roman came back, but it was like fake empty. I don't know, because I don't think they had the foresight afterwards. Like it was like, okay, Roman, he got through Roman, like Cody got through Roman. Okay, what's next for him? And I don't think they thought about building whoever they needed to build for that. And they did the draft too late, I think. But I say all that to say the matches on paper are good. Like you said, they're doing it off a name, and that's what they're supposed to do, right? But they're doing a lot of stuff on paper. They're not doing it like these stories been kind of lackluster. Like Jade and Tiffany, is this about to be their first face-to-face next week?
It should be because I mean, last week they had vignettes.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and then you can also see like Triple H likes the women world title more than he likes the women's WWE title. Vice versa, Triple H likes the WWE title a little bit more than that world title. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you can see like the preferential kind of booking. And I think it's kind of hurting because it's I'm just invested in it because I'm a hardcore fan, so I'm gonna watch anyway.
That's it. Yeah.
Really, you know, but if I like to look at this stuff in a like a, you know, I don't want to lean too far to my fandom spectrum, so I like to look at it in an objective lens.
We gotta throw some objectivity in there at times.
Yeah, if I'm looking at this from a storyline standpoint, you know, it's like, but it's been like that since WrestleMania 40. And I don't think they really
and I think that's what's holding them back.
Yeah.
Because it's like they like, damn, we did 40 so well. But it's like
top to bottom.
Everything had to work though. You got The Rock on a consistent basis.
Mm-hmm.
Roman was even working a consistent basis at that time. You had people showing up to Raw. You had people showing up to SmackDown doing stuff. But it's like now it's like, oh, we just gonna build because it's John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And that is fine.
Yeah, and that's good. That's perfectly fine because they did the hard work for it. But even that little piece of business that they did where Cody, I don't know, bro. They need to give Cody some type of edge. Because to me, don't get me wrong, he jumped off the tape. He jumped off the top rope and put Cena.
What a fucking contract!
It's like he need. I don't want to see Cody in a suit.
No, bro. Go wear a tracksuit, wear some Nikes or something, and slap people around, bro.
I need Cody a little bit pissed off, bro. Because he keep getting worked at like a super high level. Like it's not even on some regular like wrestling shit. Like he got to fight like the powers that be just to be champion. I'm not saying he got to be Stone Cold or nothing like that. Be your own man. But there needs to be some type of realism to his character other than just, you know, what do you want to talk about? You know, and Cody, my man. Like I'm like a number one Cody fan. So I'm sitting here saying like I need just from a storyline standpoint. But I don't think WWE looks at it no more. So maybe I need to curb my view because I don't think WWE views this as a storyline centric thing. I think they just view this as okay. This star is getting a well. I can't even say this star is getting a pop because if that was the case, LA Knight would have been a 2-time champion by now. So I don't know, but I would say this build for SummerSlam is just crazy. The matches, though, I mean, to look at the matches, what we got. Let's pull up the card.
Look at that. That honestly is not a bad card.
This is a great card. This is a great card.
It is definitely better than last year's.
I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I think the injury is playing a part on the bottom left.
Yeah.
But I know the vibes though. They're not fooling me.
But you can take this Randy Orton
match. Hold on. But we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna just say this right now for the record. They're not fooling me. Seth Rollins ain't hurt. He will be popping out. CM Punk is gonna win that championship off of Gunther. Or, it's gonna be real close. They both gonna be beat up. Seth Rollins is coming out and cashing in. I'm here to tell you that right now.
This is on record.
This is on record.
This is on record, lady. This is on record
right now. It's July 24th, 2025.
Yep, this is on record.
I'm telling you this right now from your boy Maul. I'm telling you, they not fooling me, bro. They're going because I think, and I give it to them, they're spending a little way too much. I thought they had me until his ass was on the Rich Eisen show. Then I was like, because bro, if you really injured, bro, if you really, really injured and you're like at like a level to where, they was about to have Rollins go crazy, I'm not making an appearance at no Rich Eisen show. I'm pissed off and I'm in the house and I'm a little depressed like anybody else would. You know what I'm saying?
And then he was throwing, and then I think he was throwing hints too that he said he may be there at Washington's living room. I mean, he said he may be in the living room or he may be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you're gonna be there. I'm gonna say you're gonna be there. Why? Because it's New York. It's not just no regular ass state. It's New York. It's the first 2-night SummerSlam, and you have an intricate part. You could jump into any of these title matches that you want to. You have 3 matches that you could get yourself involved in.
By the end of night 1, because I think that's when Gunther and CM Punk are going to go.
Yeah.
By the end of night 1, Seth Rollins will be a 2-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Stamp that.
July 24th, 2025. We'll see next week.
Yep, just wanted to say that. On the other hand, you are right. On the other corner, the right-hand corner, WWE is a wild bunch. To put a match on, I've already gotten over the Logan Paul thing. Whatever. You sign him to a bunch of money. You view him as this social media commodity. I think if we really being honest, there's probably other influencers or other people you can go with. But all right, we'll go with the vibe. But you go and you put Jelly Roll in a match. First of all, and that's how you know I'm not tapped in. No disrespect to people that listen to Jelly Roll. I ain't never heard a tune. I ain't never heard a slap from Sir Jelly Roll. Have you, AD?
No. I mean, no, not at all.
Yeah. So, I get it. This is WWE. They like rocking with celebrities. They like doing all that.
I will give him his just due though, that they say he's actively in the performance center. I'll give you that one, but there will only be one who put on a great match that is a celebrity. Well, no, there's multiple, but the best that you've had celebrity wise to have a match was definitely Bad Bunny.
For sure. And I don't think Bad Bunny is accessible as Jelly Roll is. So
No.
maybe that's why he hasn't been back in a while.
And shit, he said he grinded just like that. He said, I stopped making music. And I think he's on tour right now too. So
oh well.
And you ain't gonna stop that man's money.
Mm-mm. Well, yeah, that
But hey, I'll watch.
I don't know. To me, that just got stank written all over it. And like, I know they're doing this like last fun hurrah babyface run for Randy, because I feel like next year he's about to go back to 09 and be like that super heelish guy. I so see that.
Which is completely fine.
Because they've been teasing that punt for like a year. And he going to descent back into that. So I'll accept it.
I have a gripe.
What's your gripe?
You have two of your Intercontinental champions on this show and one of your United States champion. You should do something with Julia. Give it a battle royal for the United States Championship.
Okay. And I'm glad you said that, sir, because these are the people that we're leaving out. Stephanie Vacure not included on this graphic, but an honorable mention.
I mean, that's kind of fine because she has her match next month. I mean, at the end of the month, which I'm okay with. So, and then like you can already see her intertwining with the three people that are in the women's championship match already. But I'm sorry, you may, since he lost Monday, you probably will do like Sammy and Carrion for some like some stipulation, since you got like the cage match, you got the triple threat match, and you got the street fight. So might as well add another stipulation. I don't know. And then ain't the did I say the steel cage match with Jacob and Solo? Yeah. So like you got 3 stipulation matches, and a triple threat match. There's no really disqualification. Oh, and then shit.
This SummerSlam has hella gimmick matches, bro.
Yeah, and Lyra and Bailey and Becky.
Yeah.
That's a falls count anywhere match or some no holds bar.
Bar.
So shit, put Sammy and them in some type of it probably may not make no sense because you kind of got all of them.
What is my thing with Sammy? They just had him lose last week to Cross.
Mm-hmm. I thought he was out indefinitely. Like, that's what didn't make sense. I'm like, bro, I thought you was hurt. Like, if you out indefinite, they said LA Knight was out indefinitely, but then he rolled up on Seth. That's what you. You gonna book a nigga that just said he was out indefinitely.
Yeah, that be confused me. I mean, for me, Jimmy, he's Sammy. I feel like there might have been something that we could do with Sammy, but it's whatever. Penta, I'm real surprised given how they've been booking him in a lot of high profile matches. I'm very surprised he's not on SummerSlam. Definitely on Julia. I mean, I don't get it. I don't think, bro, that Women's United States Championship, or maybe what they're trying to do is like, we're going to do one championship. We're going to prioritize one and then, flip-flop. Maybe.
SmackDown, I don't think SmackDown has the like. Well, see, that's the thing though.
I can't go with that in wrestling though.
Yeah, and I can't.
We don't have the talent.
Yes, you can.
They don't have the talent.
Because if you're right, Nia Jackson, you're
writing it. You could throw Nia Jackson in. I mean, or give us like a fatal 4-way with like Nia Jax, Minchin, And Selena Vega, shit, she lost the damn title. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
and Julia,
And
like and keep it at that.
I just don't get it. And yeah, I hate that excuse that people want to do. Oh yeah, they just don't have the star power. Okay, well, I don't know, write it.
Just do your job, create it.
Yeah, do your job. You know what I'm saying?
You gave Zack Ryder an Intercontinental Championship a U.S. title by getting himself over on the internet.
Yeah. So
and honestly, bro, I was wrong. I thought Julia would have been in the spot that Stephanie is, but I think what she did, like with her move, that Devil's Kiss, and then Booker adding to it, it transferred over well, and then they present her as a star.
Yep. And the thing with Julia is maybe
we can't say language. We can't say language either.
Yeah. Maybe they thought that they can get like an Io Sky out the gate because they put that NXT championship on her. Like, I mean, both of them honestly should have stayed at NXT a little bit longer. I think, they was only in NXT for
bro, Stephanie hit her year, I think, at Evolution.
Yeah, so she
done so much. And I think she done so much in such a little time.
Same thing with Julia.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just surprised that two big free agents like that, back in NXT back in the day, they for sure would have been in NXT for like 2 years. But they just passed them through. Like, that's the same thing. I think Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe, they might just be out of there. Like, just
Blake for sure not gonna be there that long. And I can see, like, y'all, she was there 2-3 weeks before she switched.
Yeah.
And no reaction has changed.
It's I just don't. They just moving them quick. They moving the ladies quick because they're just developing the ladies quicker. And the ones that are kind of on the show, you can see that there's youth movement going on in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously Naomi, she's been there for a long time. So shout out Naomi, she got her belt. But Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, that's NXT 2018, 2019. Bianca Belair whenever she come back. And, let's get Bianca going a little bit. Or, you know what? I would like a feud where they go back and forth, her and Jade. But we'll do our predictions later. So I'll wait on that.
Bro, like, I'm just looking at the NXT women's roster. Jada Parker's 26.
Yeah.
And let me look. Lash is 28.
Mm-hmm.
Lash just turned 28.
They're all in our age group.
Yeah, and it's like they're picking up on it a lot faster. And I think we're going to see all of them, like that, the women on the NXT, because, bro, Jada Parker getting them chance. Lash is getting them chance. And, like, if y'all do something with Jasmine's like only 24. Like, they got some young talent that they can develop into when it comes to their women. That's why I feel like they was like, Julie.
What's her name?
I think they put.
We forgot Kalani. You got
Soul, Zarya, like
Fallon Henley, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
You got Bronze Girl, Izzy Dame still there. Yep. Like you got shit. Callie Armstrong from Evolve. She's the champion. Mm-hmm. She's nice. I don't know what happened to the woman from LFG. Like they gave her a match and was like, nope.
Yeah, back to LFG you go. Not LFG, Evolve you go. Yeah. She ain't Jasper. Like Jasper getting put in positions now. Yeah, I guess she just but that's all good though. More development, and then shit, the girls coming from Evolve. We can go all day. Back to this graphic. Justice for Bayley.
The most but Bayley, like, just do it. Like, let's just say you do a Battle Royal Friday, and then you're like, oh, winner gets Julia at SummerSlam the next day or Sunday. Just put it like that, bro. There's no reason you have a 2-night show, bro. Don't do this 4 to 5 match, this 3 to 4 match bullshit for 2 nights, bro. Like, give your tag champions something to work with, which you're not, because
the tag. There's no tag matches, right?
No.
Well, the women's tag. The women's tag.
Okay, but like,
but not the world of WWE tag. Yeah, I mean, tag team WWE don't prioritize tag team wrestling. So,
and your SmackDown division got the most talent.
They don't care.
You gave it to the Wyatt Six, who can't hold a candle to Angelo and Montez. But hey,
the fact that we don't have a rivalry with the Motor City Machine Guns and the Street Profits, like a good old fashioned rivalry, blows my mind.
It's disgusting.
Like, as a kid that watched the Motor City Machine Gun, like I'm talking, you know what I'm saying? And like their matches were like beer money and like all that. The fact that we just couldn't get, like, bro, we don't even get tag rivalries no more. That's so interesting. And then, no, go ahead.
Like, you know how it would be, you set up, okay, they won the number one contendership. Let's say it was Alex Shelley and Angelo Dawkins one week. Then you got Montez versus Chris Sabin the next week, and then you lead up. Them 2 matches are good. So when you see the tag match, you're like, oh shit, we ain't had no good tag rivalry since the New Day and the Usos.
Literally. And I know we're peeling it back a little bit, but I just don't understand why. Because, like, remember how Raw used to kind of be like the talking show, and it used to be that, but SmackDown was like the wrestling show.
The wrestling show, because it had the wrestlers.
You had the SmackDown 6, and you had this, and like, we used to kick off. We used to be like, oh, kicking off SmackDown. We got Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle, Eddie versus Edge or whoever, you know what I'm saying? And for them to have a tag division like they do, and the fact that they're not using that, kind of, I get it though, because their metrics is what it needs to be. And I understand it from a business standpoint. Like, we're looking at this as like a super fan. So I understand I'm looking at it from another aspect. But it's like, I see the potential in this era. I think this era has a great mix of not only ring talent, but people who can be on the mic. These are people who grew up in the same, whether, if they're, obviously much older than us, but they were, watched the Attitude Era, and they grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era, and they did this, and they were able to see and be a part of that. I think, especially because you look at the social medias and everything, like, people are entertaining there, and I just feel like they could really take it there, but they don't. Like, and speaking of taking it there, and like a large character, LA Knight.
He would have been a 2-time champion if he was in another era.
LA Knight gets no bump. You know what I'm saying? Like, these things matter when it's time for it to matter. You say, oh yeah, why is this person in this position? Not saying that like people don't need to be in position or anything like that. Like, I ain't saying that, right? But, oh yeah, this person sells merch. This person does whatever. But then when you got a person who does that, but doesn't fit what they want, or, oh yeah, LA Knight's old. LA Knight's 2 years older than Cody. Oh, LA Knight's like a year older than Damian Priest. And then you do these stop starts, just like a Damian Priest. You do these stop starts with them. Okay, you put the title on Damian Priest, and then he's another person left out. And then he's just like weirdly relegated to like the mist. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no continuation on what's going on. And it's that's why I think, especially this year, it's been like a good, bad year. Like it's been a bad year, but it's just glossed all over it because it's WWE.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like it looked good. And like, people are getting partnerships and, Cardi B is going to be there and all that. So it looked good, sound good, but, who wouldn't want to do WWE?
We getting sponsorships from Chase. We're getting
Yeah.
this. We're getting the. You're making the money. And I get it. Anytime you set up a business, you're in it to make money. I get it, bro. I get it well. But sometimes you gotta use what got you to where you're at now.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Like, bro, I wish we could have it to where, we get what we want. But it's like, okay, look at this. That's 10 matches. You can add another 2 on there. Because I feel like that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna put Alistair and Damian on there. But you've involved Melo. Put him in there. Give it a triple threat match. Bet you it'd go crazy. Because y'all was saying this is awesome last week.
Look. Triple threat match. Winner gets United States Championship match at Clash of Paris. Come on, man. Because look. They better not pick and choose who gets a rematch. Because already they picked and choose. They got, how did Jacob lose the title? And then now he get a rematch. Did he win a qualifier? He just got a rematch. I thought that's my problem. Like if it's gonna be that, then let it be that. Don't just do it for certain talent to try to push.
Yeah, like the women's tag match. They just asked for the shit.
I just, I just be confused by it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with you wanting to put this match versus this. I mean, this person versus this person in a match, but
hey, not at
all. But they could have very well did that, AD. Like, you're very correct. But other than that, I mean, I think the card by itself, I do wish we had kind of a SummerSlam feel, but I get it. We're in New York, so it's supposed to be gritty, But yeah, what were we talking about? So we were talking about the Jelly Roll thing. Yeah, I'm not really going to get that too much air. Lyra Valkyrie and Becky. I mean, it's been a great rivalry. Obviously, it ends at SummerSlam. Isn't it? If Becky wins, Lyra can never go for the Intercontinental. So Lyra's going to win that. Every time they do that, you know how that goes.
You know how that goes. Don't touch the championship.
Literally.
If you're not the champion, don't touch that shit.
Literally.
Well, that unless you're Cody Rhodes, because we already know where that's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard what that man Drew said about Travis?
What?
Drew called him a piece of shit. He said, you did 6 minutes of that. It took your ass 6 minutes to get down that ramp, and you did nothing to add to that.
Nope.
He was like,
to me, bro, that whole thing got wasted. I would have much rather them turn Cena at Mania. Like him and Cody have a crazy situation and it's all set up. Maybe the ref get knocked down or something, and then Cena get desperate, low blows him, hits him with the FU, we out of there. You know what I'm saying? Rather than what they did, but we'll be here all day.
Because guess what? You still got what you wanted the next night after Seth. You wouldn't have outdid what Seth did the next night if you would have just waited. Because then that's the thing. You left us with thinking, oh, the Rock, we finna get the Rock full time. That motherfucker ain't said a word.
Nope. I thought the Rock and Travis Scott was gonna pull up, and we was about to have a whole Hollywood Powers thing. I was buying it.
Dennis Rodman and them dead.
Yeah,
WCW.
remember I called you after it happened. I was like, okay, yeah, I can
Yeah.
ride with this because it makes sense. Cena's in Hollywood. Cena does movies now. He's part of that scene. He ain't a wrestler no more, quote unquote. So I get it. But yeah, they pooped the bed on that. Saying that to say, Rhodes is turning on Cena. We're about to get a double turn.
I think we're going to get the edge that you're looking for. I don't say he's going to turn because they have him in too many like good guy things.
They trying to. I read something. The Rock really wants him to go heel.
I mean,
and,
you don't get
he's on the board.
You don't get nothing. I don't see turning Cody do anything for anybody though.
Yeah, and they haven't really built any.
Yeah, you haven't built
baby
nobody
faces.
No, because Roman's not full time. Like how Roman is acting now. And during his promo, he took no accountability, but he buttered everybody up. He was like, "They keep calling me the tribal chief, Solo, Jimmy, Sammy." He was giving everybody they just do. He said, "You doing the bloodline." Nah, nigga, you definitely fucked up the whole bloodline. But everybody not fucking with Paul right now, so we're gonna push that to the side. But nah, your egotistical ass definitely ruined.
I got a whole thing about Roman, but we'll get to that later.
I just think, bro, you don't have anybody. You're not building anybody up to be that guy, to be that heel. So it's like you turning Cody heel makes no sense.
Exactly.
Like he's been chasing the story or whatever since 2022.
And this is, I think, the big. We used to talk about this all the time, especially during Roman's reign. No point intended. But we used to talk about this all the time. I would say, ever since for the past 10 or so years, who can you confidently say, respectively, whether it's heel or babyface, that WWE built? And not from they came from another company, not from, but we're talking built a star, whether it's heel or babyface, but built like a whole squad of them niggas. Other than the women, they have not done it. They fixated on Roman back in 2015. And everybody else kind of fit in through there. Mm-hmm. People were doing their jobs, over the years or whatever the case may be. But it was so clear when Roman became the top guy. We talked a long time. It was only two dudes where you felt like, yeah, they can take that chip off of Roman.
I said Cody and Drew.
That was it.
And I still think it's just Drew at this point.
Yeah. And so I think you would have the same problem with Cody because the thing with Cody is they didn't build Cody. Cody built himself. He came back and the story was there. You know what I'm saying? The people wanted to see him win because the people wanted to see him win back in the day before when he left. So the story was there. It wasn't like that fell into WWE's lap.
He didn't have to do nothing.
That wasn't WWE. And all they had to do, and shit, they almost fucked it up at 40 when they almost had to rock. But the fans were like, nah, it's the same thing, bro. When you really think about it, other than John Cena and CM Punk, over the last 15 years, other than the women, over the last 15 years, I'm specifically talking about the men's side, what storyline, powerful storyline hit that the fans didn't hijack? Because over the last 2 years, it's only been like outside of Cena and Punk, there's only been two storylines where it's, I think, bought wrestling years of views because people felt that high of what those storylines were, and they're just like, no, we're gonna keep watching because hopefully it'll get back to that. That was the Daniel Bryan storyline and Cody.
Because it was spooky these like it's gotten real, like it's gotten bad.
And I'll give them their credit for the bloodline story. I'll give them their credit, but the thing
That
about
has so many different characters that everybody had to play a part.
The thing about the bloodline story and why that was the way it was, it came to a detriment of everybody else on the card because you had to like that show might as well have been Friday Night Bloodline.
Yes.
Not to say that it wasn't great, because it was great, but when you look at it in its totality, when you give that much resources to one story, when you give that much resources to one thing, and you basically feed all the divisions in your men roster to this one story. Woods won the King of the Ring, and they fed the King of the Ring to Roman. He didn't even get a chance to like wear that crown and do it up, and because that was like a big accomplishment for him. He was like campaigning on the net. He was on Twitter and stuff like that. It was like a big deal. They fed him and they ruined him.
Yep.
We used to talk about it all the time. So then, don't get me wrong, Roman's a legend, but Roman is a legend because of what? How did we get here? Because he wasn't a legend as the big dog, right? And then they did this psyop to where they, find, because I would say I'm giving credit to the fans for the tribal chief because the fans wanted him to go heel. The fans, I remember Bloodline tweets back in like 2016, 17, 18. The fans wanted that. And then finally, I think COVID hit and he was about to retire. And then, Vince was like, no. And he was like, well, no, I got to do it this way. And I think Roman listened to the fans and was like, yeah, I'm going to be this guy now. You see what I'm saying?
And I think he kind of knew it. I think, and then it was just because, like COVID, he had to carry it. He had to carry that company. And then when you put two belts on the motherfucker who don't show up, like everything had to revolve around him.
Yeah. But great TV. It's not like that. But, that was the problem, right? And it's still fake the problem, right?
Yeah.
And people are clamoring for all like LA Knight, even though LA Knight had his match with Roman, right? LA Knight could have had some moments where, like, I'm not mad that he had a championship loss, right? Because he wasn't about to beat no damn Roman Reigns. But the fact that he was in there and was able to prove that he could swim, on the mic and in the ring. Perfect. Cool with that. He should have got a Money in the Bank. We should have got him that moment. Drew McIntyre, another one who's like, his work was like amazing. I know he did a thing with CM Punk and that was great. He should have won another title by now. It's basically, you can just see. I just don't like how I love Roman Reigns, and this was the thing that plagued Cena on the back half of his career.
Mm-hmm.
They did this thing where, okay, yeah, we're going to be fixated on this one guy. We're going to feed everybody to this dude. All right. And then, set us back a little while. Granted, people love Roman Reigns. They did it and it worked. Right? I love Roman Reigns. When I see Roman Reigns, I'm like, yeah, bet this is good. But I know he's going to leave. And then when he leaves and then comes back, if it was a situation where, I'm just watching Roman Reigns on, then I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, this is lit, bet. But I'm watching without Roman. I'm thinking about the product without Roman. And people are already saying, oh, yeah, he's the last superstar. He's the last whatever. But that's because they're putting that care And, they nurtured Roman for 10 damn years. He didn't work for 5 of those 10 years. So half of the time he didn't even work. And then he finally worked. You know what I'm saying? I don't think WWE can afford to do something like that now.
You can't.
I think,
not how much y'all do these pay-per-views, not how much y'all go outside of the country. Because them motherfuckers, you can't just give nobody just anything.
Yeah.
They gonna want in them Saudi contracts, they like, oh yeah, we gonna need Roman at least at one of these.
Yep.
And you only have, he said after he signs his next contract, he's done. And you heard it in the promo. You kind of heard it when he was like, Braun, you are the future. Roman ain't never told nobody that.
Yeah, but they doing that propaganda thing with Braun.
Yeah,
I know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? And I love Braun Breaker. I think he is amazing in the ring. He definitely has some work to do on the promos. I love the shit. I love all that. I love how they propping him up. You want to know why I loved him in NXT? Because he had a rivalry with Melo. It made sense. It was basically Superman and Batman. You know what I'm saying? 1A, 1B. All right, yeah, this dude is dominating here, but this is the guy that could beat him and then ultimately beat him. You know what I'm saying? And they had a rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? The way that they book, like they don't do it by committee anymore. As much as Austin was the guy. Okay, The Rock was there. Triple H, Undertaker, Mankind. Then as much as Cena was the guy. Okay, Batista, Rey Mysterio, Edge, Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy.
CM Punk.
You know what I'm saying? They're all equally like, when you think about that era, it's like, okay, you got all these guys. For the past, ever since they fixated on Roman, they have not developed and done that. Seth Rollins should be like out of there way more than what he is. But he's just there by necessity. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get exactly what you mean.
Like, he should be way out of there, right? Him doing a faction like this, like, he shouldn't be looked at as like a B guy. Or no. he shouldn't be looked at as like Rollins should be on the show and keeping ratings, and it shouldn't be, oh yeah, we bring in Roman because we need ratings and we need a pop. When Roman was on top, it's not like them ratings was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's propaganda. Then they put up Braun. But Braun, you need to put up other guys. So when Braun gets to that level, there's other guys at that level as well, and it's believable.
And it's like, we don't know where that's going to come from.
And obviously they can write this thing, do whatever, but the way that I just don't see them changing. I just don't see them changing.
I feel like they're trying to with certain people. Like, if you saw Rhea had, no, we're going to keep the women out. Jacob had a San Antonio Spurs shirt on. So I feel like they're trying to do it with him because they put a lot of, like, Jacob's gotten a rocket strap. He's really only lost a few times.
Yeah. And, Jacob is one for sure.
And then it's like, I thought y'all was going to do it with Dom when he, like, that was the perfect chance. That was the perfect time to build something with Dom.
I still hate. And don't get me wrong, I love how AJ and Dom about to do. I really hope they give them a rivalry, honestly. Up until like September. Like Survivor Series.
Yeah, let's do October,
November. I really hope they give them a proper rivalry and like they show Dom actually wrestle and not being a bitch. Okay, we're done with that. He won the title. He won the title. People were excited. He did his character work there. Let's actually show him. He can be cunning. He could lie, cheat, steal. He could do that. I don't got no problem with that. But Eddie wrestled though.
A lot.
You know, Eddie
A
wrestled.
lot.
He would cheat, but he
But he
wrestled.
wrestled.
So let's have him actually wrestle. I think, however this match plays out, I'll know how they want to treat Dom. You know what I'm saying? Because Dom is a superstar.
And I want them to do it with like Gunther really can be out of here because he throws the insults. He don't have to talk. The thing of it is where I love Gunther as a character is he don't have to hit you with like personal shit. Like you know how everybody always get on Punk about, oh, you left 10 years. Gunther just pretty much said, I'm better than you at everything right now. You're not the best in the world. I am. And that's what you really need still. You don't need nobody just, he don't, like, that's the thing. He doesn't really, like, cheat or anything. People just don't like him. And you should capitalize on it.
The thing with Gunther is, I think that's holding him back. They're not making him brutal enough.
Exactly. Because when he was, like, when he was the Intercontinental Champion, he was whooping ass.
Yeah.
It was not even,
and
not, WWE, it wasn't even close.
And WWE got this thing where like the world champions barely wrestle. So
yeah, I done seen Io twice in a week, twice in 2 weeks since she lost the belt.
Yeah, so they got this thing where like, and I wouldn't have no problem with that if they said it. If they were like, okay, yeah, you're the world champion, so you don't have to wrestle as much, like you're the prize of the brand now.
That's you know, just let us know.
If you acknowledge that, okay, yeah, I'm on board. You know, but they don't really do that. So it's like, because I'm from that era, man. I used to see Batista and Booker T on a random SmackDown.
We got some. You know? We had got Shawn Michaels and John Cena banger in London one time.
Yeah,
like, we like
for the vibes.
I think I mean, well, because one, your undisputed champion only has 10 dates left.
Yeah.
So Naomi ain't wrestled since she won it. And I mean, Solo's only wrestled a couple times since he's won the belt. Tiffany ain't wrestled since Evolution.
Yeah, Tiffany ain't wrestled.
Hell, your women title tag teams, they wrestle more than anybody.
Yes, they do. They wrestle every week. Yeah, bro. It's going to be, we talk about this all the time. I really want to see what they do with this next NXT generation, because this next NXT generation is dead ass. And maybe I'm impartial because they're like in our age group. And, you know.
Yeah.
But this next generation, even these guys, this next generation of NXT guys and girls that can come in, if they still go about doing this the same way that they have been doing this booking the past 10 years, I might cut it off, AD. Because there's no reason why these guys and girls cannot hit the ground running. Like I said, it don't mean as soon as somebody come in, oh yeah, give them a world championship. Nah. I want them to build these characters up. They have developed the characters. Now they need to continue building the characters. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it would blow my mind if they blow this up. Like, if Obafemi comes in.
Bro, that's a walking star.
If Obafemi comes in and they don't treat him like how they treat Braun, like they had him come in and make a splash and go after, you know, the mid-card belt and put on great matches and stuff like that, right? Hey, if they don't have Trick come in and maybe save Mello, because Trick's a heel right now, and save Mello, and they go in and like maybe we have them go up against the Street Profits. A good rivalry, Motor City Machine Guns. But we have like a legit tag, and then, you know, they end up breaking up and they do whatever they want to do. Stuff like that, bro. Like,
because, bro, I think, and he's slowly getting better. The wrestling is starting to catch up with the character with Trick.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with
And
Trick
that just
is
takes time.
bro, he's a mirror. He's like Cena to me. He's a mirror. If you can hoop, I bet we're gonna hoop. If you stinky, I bet we're just gonna be stinky. Because I mean, the matches that he had with Ilya, come on. The matches that he had with Oba. And shit, the match, him, Oba, and Javon, come on, bro. That was the best match of the weekend. Of WrestleMania weekend, easily.
It was well, then the women took over. That triple threat definitely took over.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Top
1A
two.
and 1B. Yeah.
Top two. Well, top three. I don't care where you put it, but the Roman, Seth, and Punk business was good too. I think that was just the weekend of triple threats. Either way, though, it was of all the matches that happened that weekend.
And you know what? Watching NXT this week, I see it. I think Javon's gonna be the one to take the title off.
Oh, easily. Yeah. It's gonna be Javon.
And that's the thing. They're keeping him relevant by letting it just not him the whole. It's simple but effective. Like, oh, I'm me figuring out what I need to do next.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Undertaker saying, "Go after the biggest dog."
Yeah.
He didn't want to. He like, well, shit. I took out Jasper Troy. This is supposed to be our future monster. If I can get him, hey, let me get the ruler. And it's like, because bro, you really don't have that person that you can like the old NXT when we was at Full Sail going. You had the Adam Coles, you had the Finn Balor's, you had the Garganos, you had Redacted. We're not going to speak of his name, but he was on one of them too. Yeah. You had Alistair. You had these formidable opponents for whoever that champion was. You only really got two now. Because Ricky gonna be out. Ethan, he's gone by the end of the year. Like
Ethan's gone. Once Ethan lose that belt, he out of there. Unless I can see Ethan staying if Javon wins, because they have a big route. Like Javon can't beat Ethan. And then I love a great snarky heel, super smart NXT champion. Those are the best NXT champions. Like Adam Cole when Gargano was not Gargano, Ciampa.
That man Ciampa was so hated. He didn't even have to have music.
No music, nothing. Bobby Roode. You know what I'm saying? Like when they were going through their era and doing their stuff, I like that. So I can see that happening, but I can very well see Ethan and Ricky out of there. I can see that, but it's bro. Oba ran through everybody, bro. He fighting Josh Briggs and what's his name? Nakamura.
And then, well, I mean, it's like you just got to build him up. It's like you got the talent when it comes to the wrestling. It's the character stuff. It's like I could see Tavion being a champion in the next 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
The look, the wrestling, you just got to figure out his character.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you do a situation where, Javon, kind of like Kofi a little bit, maybe. Like, okay, yeah, he got to run through all the different challenges and do all that stuff. But then Oba's like, well, you ain't on nothing. This is going to be a walk in the park.
I've been beat you.
I've been beat you. You ain't on nothing. Like, I like where Oba is right now. I feel like he's a great tweener. Like, don't make him heel. Don't make him face. Just keep him how he is right now. But just be like, yeah, bro, I'm bigger than you. I've been whooping everybody's ass. I've been doing it. And then we have a classic. And then Javon take it up off of him. And then, Oba, all right, see you on SmackDown and Raw, buddy.
That's it.
That's it.
Because, and then it's like right now, I think they're building Trick up because the promo he cut Monday was great on The Undertaker.
Hey, people are chanting, whoop that Trick. You text me that. You're right. I mean, Trick my favorite wrestler, so we love to see that.
It's just, bro. It just looks. At the time when we were going to Full Sail, bro, the future did look bright. And then it did look bright with NXT with Braun and Mello, but it's like, or when them head honchos put them boots up, it's gonna be a real dark period.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like they gonna be the ones that be like, I ain't coming back. Y'all may catch me here and there, but I ain't coming back. Roman got 5 fucking kids. He really like he don't come to work as much as it is now. And then they already talk about him being Hollywood, bro.
They doing Street Fighter. Him and Cody.
Yeah, them boys gonna be out of there.
Yeah, they not like Cody probably gonna do like one last heel run and do whatever. So that's what I'm saying. They need to get to it, bro. They need to, do that. I would like to predict SummerSlam, if you will.
Let's get it. Let's do it.
And see who wins between the both of us, who has all the predictions. I'm actually gonna write this stuff down. So we're gonna start from the bottom and go to the top.
All right.
Just give me 1 second. All right. So you got the Jelly Roll. You got Jelly Roll Mania. Randy and Jelly Roll. I can't believe I said that shit. Versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Who you got winning?
Jelly Roll and Randy.
All right. I do as well. All right. Jacob versus Solo, Steel Cage.
Bro, I don't know why, but I see Solo winning.
I have Jacob winning.
But like, I just feel like the shenanigans with his whole MFT.
You know what? I feel you because look, what's the one that's injured? Tama?
Yeah, Tama's. Yeah.
Watch he come back.
Yeah, because Jimmy, like, he ain't somebody gonna have to come back and save Jacob for him to win because they could all come out the cage, come out and them three surround the cage and shit like that. So Jacob gonna have to have some sort of backup to win. So yeah, put me for Jacob, but I like if shenanigans.
You gotta pick one.
Then shit, yeah, I'm gonna still go with Solo because he's got the numbers game.
Okay, I hope you're right.
Shout out to Jacob though. Jacob, yeah, Jacob's my guy. But
I got Jacob. They're not having Jacob Fatu lose 2 pay-per-views back to back. They're too high on the guy. There's no way. Okay, so you got the women's tag team match. You got Raquel and Roxanne versus Charlotte and Alexa. I got Charlotte and Alexa.
I do too.
Because they've been booking Raquel, Raquel. Shout out to Raquel. Come on.
That's how you do. That's how you take veteran advice and do it the right way. And shout out to Raquel.
She's come on, so we appreciate that. But yeah, they're gonna lose. They've been winning a little too much.
Yeah.
Then you got Roman and Yeet Man versus Braun and Brunson Reed. We're gonna put down Roman and Yeet Man.
Yeah, you can bet everything you got on that one.
Now, if it was 1-on-1, I think they were probably, well, like I said, he's not injured, so I'm not going to say I think they would have did this. But yeah, I see this. I would have much rather they did Roman and Braun, but I see them saving that for WrestleMania one day. I already know their vibes. Okay, Lyra, Valkyria, and Becky Lynch for the women's Intercontinental title.
I will take Lyra for $1,000.
Yep, I'm right there with you. I I would have picked against her. I would have picked Becky if not for that whole, oh yeah, you can never challenge for the IC belt ever again. When they do that, they're gonna make it as dramatic as possible, but you already know what's about to happen at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. You got my GOAT, AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title.
I say Dom.
Okay.
Shenanigans,
Yeah. I have the Phenomenal One winning. They have been doing AJ Styles super greasy over the past 2-3 years. He's been done nasty. I think because they've been giving him so much good character work with these shows, they're finally going to reward him with something and have Dom try to chase him. Maybe Finn costs Dom and that gets that thing started. I don't know. But yeah, AJ Styles wins this. Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton for the women's WWE championship.
I'm telling you, Tiffany gonna win. Stephanie gonna grab that belt in pairs.
I thought Stephanie was going for the world belt.
Nope, they said she can go to any championship she wants.
I'm going Jade. They're gonna make this. They gotta justify this signing. I'm telling you, I'm going Jade. Tiffany had that belt for what, 7-8 months now?
Think so. Yeah.
That's enough. That's enough. They've been geeking to put Jade in position. Jade will be in position. They had her do a hardcore match and everything. A street fight and everything. So it's going down. All right. Gunther versus CM Punk.
I got CM Punk.
I have Seth Rollins cashing in. He is not hurt. Once again, you heard it from me first.
All right, I'm writing this down too. So I got you down for the cash in.
Yep, he's cashing in. You got the triple threat for the Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley, who stays in the championship match. Io Sky and Naomi.
Give me Naomi.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. In the Triple H era, it's way too early for her to lose.
Way too early, bro. Y'all already had the side plates ready. It took Becky a month to get hers.
Yep. All right, and then our main event, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. I believe this is a street fight. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right.
Me, I got Cody.
I am right there with you. Okay. What should we do?
Outside of like, we're kind of split on most of these. Well, no. I got the Dom. Oh yeah, I got Dom. You got AJ. I still got Punk. Like, yeah, outside of like the Jelly Roll and the Roman and Jay, those are the two guarantees ones. Like I said, I got Solo shenanigan wise, but you got Jacob. Hey, we're split on these.
What's the wager?
What is the wager, brother? I don't know.
Winner gets lunch.
Bro, you got multiple mouths to feed, so I only can feed you.
Man, no, I'm just saying, yeah, winner gets lunch.
All right, bet.
Yeah, winner gets lunch. And we'll do that.
All right.
I wish we had a championship. We should get like a belt made.
Because what? How many is that? Out of 10? Okay, we have Jelly Roll. Yeah, Yeah, winner gets lunch.
Yeah, say less. Some point, ladies and gentlemen, we will be getting a belt and we won't be doing lunch, but yeah, this is what we're gonna do.
Tell me, bro. We get that team angle.
Imagine us in sweatsuits. We should start popping out to events like that. Like popping out to the PLEs like that.
Tell me, bro.
You might have cooked. We're just, we the good men on the scene with a team ankle fits on.
Bro, we show up to WrestleMania like that, bro, next year.
Oh, you mean WrestleMania Vegas Part 2?
Well, I'm going. I know, you have other engagements, but I cannot miss this one.
It's during my birthday, so I might get permission. All right.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything for my birthday. That's my birthday gift to myself. Is WrestleMania.
Yeah, I low-key want to do that too. We finally need to do it. We've been saying we're going to go to WrestleMania ever since we known each other.
You went to 39. I did not. I went to 38.
Yeah.
And then life was happening during 40 and 41.
Exactly. So this got to be the one.
It has to be.
Well, all right, Dizzle. What else is going on? I think that's it, man.
That's it. I don't know. And man, Oh, I just want to say this to everybody. I am a part of the JC Jane fan club.
Oh, get the shirts.
Yes. We are going to be, I'm going to be working on, I'm Team JC Jane. The free Mellow shirts are actually in production. I'm waiting on the design to finish up.
Yes, free Mellow.
The free Mellow shirts are actually in production right now.
Okay.
So, you see, your boy done upgraded equipment. So, the resources is coming back slowly but surely. But free Mellow is actually in production right now.
Okay.
We are in production of the free Mellow shirts because you know why? It is free Mellow till
it is backwards. Free Mellow until it's backwards. Oh God.
You're like, hey.
We will be wearing those every show.
Every show.
Every show until they free Mellow. We not playing.
At all.
We not playing. We will be heard. We will be outside. They got my man
October
locked up
6th,
in the county.
Monday Night Raw will be in the city, so I will be going. Hopefully there's a draft and Melo will be there, but I don't know. But October 6th, I will be there.
Yes. Shit, he need to go to Raw.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, that's the weekly roll-up. Ladies and gentlemen, like, comment, subscribe, share.
All of that.
Click the notification bell. Do all that good stuff. Follow us on all social media platforms at The Goodmen Show. Like I said, this was a special one today. We'll catch you next Sunday? Yeah. Next Sunday? Yeah, we'll catch you next Sunday.
Because I will
for real, we'll catch you on Sunday for a SummerSlam review.
Yes. Right after the show, right?
That's on Saturday.
They have 2 nights.
True. I am tweaking. After the show.
On Sunday.
Will be on Sunday. We will be in step. We will be in tune. We got to talk about it.
Yes. We got 2 nights to decompress because Saturday I'll actually be at Cosm at the Dome.
Bro, y'all get all the cool stuff in Dallas, bro.
Hey, bro, hey.
Y'all even, y'all about to get basketball Top Golf?
Yes, I did see that. And I will get a membership.
Yeah. Anyway, once again, like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. Hit us up, you know what I mean? Follow us on all social media platforms at The Goodmen Show. We will catch you next time.
And follow my dog, Kane.
Follow Kane. Peace.